What is going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, and Miss Courtney, who always kind of hides as I turn the camera on. 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and it's time to get some orders shipped. So we're going to talk about yesterday on eBay, yesterday on Poshmark, and what's going on thus far. But it is a little earlier than normal for me. We're at 6:36 a.m., so just a tad bit early, and got something new that I'm trying out. If you look over here, and you look over here, I've got a live feed going that started before I started this video. So kind of like a little behind the scenes, if you will, on my live feed lounge channel. Link is below. And if you're on my live feed lounge video, link below for my main video, my main channel, My Boring Reseller Life. So something new. Try something new. Why not? We're in fourth quarter. We're getting out of the summer into the fall. Got to get more refocused, if you will. And because I got a lot of projects I want to get done within the next 6 months. So, and a lot of goals to get to. There's a hair, just a rogue hair. All right. So, let's get started. So, what happened yesterday? I'm curious to see how the organic and promoted played out, of course. I did have a buyer who's been, over the last couple of days, been trying to pay for an item. And you're not going to hear the cha-chings with both phones going. But that was a cha-ching. Who hasn't been able to pay. It's saying I don't ship to his location. So as we know, that problem has been intermittent for 2 years now. So when that is going to get fixed, how much is that affecting the sales along with all the other technical issues? It's hard to say, of course. But that is another known issue that has seemed to have reared its ugly head back, at least for my account. So, but yesterday did follow the same kind of pattern as the 2 days prior. Actually, technically kind of 3 days prior, where the day as a whole ended pretty well, you know, better than it has been. Also, the theory of, I won't say the theory I came up with, the patterns. The one thing you can get from my channel, or channels, my channels, is I've been doing this long enough and I have a big enough store that I see patterns that others will not. I see things sometimes before others can see them. I can, meaning like with the person not being able to check out. How, you know, somebody who may only sell 5, 10, 20 within any given time may not get the same amount of feedback from customers or what have you. So with my channel, you get a broader spectrum with more pattern-based information. So, now I lost my train of thought. I was on the day, right? Oh, so the pattern that I noticed yesterday, or spoke of yesterday, was that when I sell vinyl, that seems to be more leaning to the days where my everything is turned back on, if you will. So I do have a variety again, and I sold 2 pieces of vinyl. So kind of plays in that I am still in that feel of about 4 days now of it being well-rounded again. Something's different. So that is a positive thing. So I did make it up to $621 yesterday. So, of course, this is still lower than where I should be this time of year. But as we said before, there are many variables causing the perfect storm right now. So it's time to, since we're in fourth quarter, start changing that focus, being vigilant. You know, I can be vigilant of the patterns and share them with you, but I can't focus on them. And you shouldn't either. So we got to get that stuff listed. We got to do what we can to get the sales we should be getting, right? So it's time to refocus, reorganize, and get to pushing again. So that's where I am at today. And when I'm in that headspace, I try new things. So I like being in that headspace because I turn off all the outside noise. I concentrate on my bubble, if you will. And that allows me to get creative or think outside the box or come up with new things. So no matter what that is, whether it's a theory or it's a video idea, or if it's an organizing epiphany. So $621 yesterday. And if you remember, yesterday was the day where the one thing that was different was my organics. Prior, my organics have been where they should be, and yesterday was off at that point. So still a little bit down then. So 37 items sold yesterday, 10 organic, 27 promoted. So still like I should be in the 70s plus items sold this time of year. But the positive is I'm still in the green on page views, up 2%. Promoted impressions up 5.1%. Top 20 search impressions now up. I don't think it was this high yesterday, was it? I'm not remembering these numbers. Up 14.5%. I think that's taking a jump even higher. So that's a promising thing right there. Rest of search slot impressions up 10.5. Non-search impressions down 2.1. So we want to keep that one down and the other one's going up. So promoted impressions as a whole up 5.1%. And external views always stays about the same, 17.6%. So it's weird there. But so today, like I said, we're early. We're at 6:43. But I've sold 5 items, 4 of them organic, 1 promoted. So I'm not sure if I'm ever going to understand the balance there. And that just has to do too probably with the algorithm, the promoted algorithm on top of it. And then there are times when promoted seems like there's an issue or search is an issue. So we're never going to be able to nail that down. I just know when I like it. And when I like it is when it's where I feel it should be. So we'll see where today ends. So today I am at, there's a hair, these rogue hairs today. Look, I just got up. It's early. I'm not fully organized yet. At $52.30 at 6:30 a.m. And it did appear there was between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. I had nothing come through. So there was a 6-hour window where nothing came through. Which usually, when I start a day off even at 8:30 or 9, I'm usually lower than $52. So that's a promising feel too. So at $52 at 6:45. So I will take that too. So happy there. So things are trending in the right way. Hopefully it sticks that way, and hopefully it's not, like I said yesterday, one of those turn on then turn off type of situations. Hopefully it's a step in the right direction. Say hi to Mr. Sunshine. I'm so glad that you dropped in. Or something like that. So I'm going to check this live. Oh, I can't tell. I don't oh, wait, there's somebody here. The sales deserts are odd. What's up? You're up early too, huh? So trying something new today. So we got a backyard mower, I think it said, it disappeared. So it's not telling me like much information. And the chat will pop up and then go away. So I may not see anything here since I'm concentrating on this video during these lives, but it's something new. Something new to play with. New to play with. I love playing with technology anyway. So let's go. Poshmark. So that was eBay, Poshmark yesterday. So I thought I was headed to another 0 day on Posh, because I've got 3 this month now, 2 in a row. But then yesterday came back strong for me on Poshmark. So I ended with $61 on Poshmark yesterday. So happy there. For the month on Poshmark, I'm at $715. I was hoping to be pushing $1,200, and I was on pace for that. So still maybe took a step backwards because of those 2 blank days, but I did cross-post some last night. So making sure I get up earlier so I can start refocusing, reorganizing, making sure I keep my goals moving. Hopefully that I'll get those numbers back up. So we'll see. All right, so we'll go to some questions and comments on YouTube, and then we'll get to shipping some items. Whoop, I'm flipping the wrong thing. There we go. All right. Let's go. Congrats on the new car. It's super fun getting a new one. Why, thank you. Yes, it is. Why get involved in the drama? And I'll stop it there. Anybody else can read it if you want. But yeah, you're right. But the one thing that I wanted to do was the thing that I don't really take it. It bothers me when I see other people who do what I love to do, but do it in a negative way or take advantage of others. It bothers me. It bothers me. And it does get a little personal, especially when people can be hurt by it. So since it fell in line with what I saw, I feel I just wanted to, like, I made the video private now, but I just wanted to share, warn, etc. the people who watch this channel daily. That was my main concern. And then that's why I made it private. Because if I would have left it public, anything, like, it wouldn't have benefited anybody to leave it public, because I felt at least most of my normal base would have seen it by then and would have understood where I'm coming from and know things that I've said in the past because of things I've seen in the past. So yeah, so it is what it is. Sometimes when things like that bother me, and I don't know. The only way it wouldn't bother me is if I don't pay attention, right? So is not paying attention a good thing or a bad thing? So if you don't pay attention, you don't get put into the drama. You can still stay focused on your stuff, and your goals. But somebody can be taken by it. So where do you draw the line on when to say something and when not to say something? So I don't have a line. So I either have to not pay attention or I have to say something. That's just my two extremes. Like, I can't know something and not say it. That's not in my nature. So, especially if it's something that bothers me, or if it's something that could negatively affect other people. It's just not in my nature not to say something. So I think what I'm going to try to do as of this fourth quarter and refocusing is taking a step back and not pay attention. I'm going to pay attention to my bubble, which will include comments and questions and helping you guys, of course. Talking about patterns and what sells and what I'm doing. But also motivating with my live channel, seeing me work every day. You can work with me, things like that. So concentrating on the goal. So I'm going to have to take a step back and let you guys, hopefully, you know, I guess make sure, you know, you guys are smart enough that you can probably see things too. So I need to understand that what I'm seeing, chances are many other people are seeing too. And most people know to stay away from danger signs. So I've got to look at it like that from here on out. So as Miss Lachey Resell says, I think that was the best option. When I made it private, move on. So it's best not to involve yourself in OPP. Are you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Oh, sorry. Especially publicly. Yeah. But that's the problem with it. This is public, you know, and what some of these people do is take advantage of the public. They take advantage of the platform. They put a bad name on something I love. So, you know, when I know about it, it affects me. And I can't apologize for that. And I probably won't. That's just, whether it's a flaw or whatever, that's just who I am. So, my bubble. That's all that's going to matter. I'm not even going to say it. Actions are better than words. So, I just got to make sure I concentrate on my bubble. Let's just put it that way. So, do not make it private. What is that? With anything negative, even when I'm on a Facebook post, if I express myself to get it out of my system, and then if it's like a warning or it could help somebody in some way, I'll leave it public for a little bit, then I'll just take it down. Just so that I don't live there. Because if I live there, or if anybody lives there, things fester, you know? And that's not productive. It's not conducive to positivity. It's not conducive to a healthy lifestyle when you fester in negative, you know? So I like just to get it out of the system, put the warning sign out, but then kind of just disappear, if you will. I challenge you to create a video without blaming eBay for everything. Who are you to say doing the right thing is what's hurting sellers? Doing the right thing is hurting sellers. That one lost me a little bit. I have to think on that one. Maybe it was the right thing. Maybe it's not anymore. Maybe it right for 50 people and not right for 40. So why would you discount the 50 people it is right for, whatever the right is? I don't even remember. I don't remember half the stuff I talk about in videos. So why discount what will work for 50 people just because 40 people it doesn't work for? That at least that information would help 50 people. Okay, so it won't help 90, but it'll help 50 in your explanation here. So I'd rather help 50 people, try to help 90 people, and it only helped 50 people, I would consider that a success. If it helped one person, I would consider that a success. So that's kind of my point on it. You can start every video by saying how many years you've been a reseller, but it doesn't mean jack. Well, I would disagree there. Kind of like I started with today, like 22 years and the size of my store, I can see patterns that other people can't. I can see things that maybe other people, and in the way I view it, maybe I can see things in perspectives other people don't, because everybody's got a different perspective. Everybody comes from a different perspective. So I would disagree with that line. If you expanded a quarter of your energy you do bitching about eBay and looking into or figuring out eBay problems into something actually productive, do you think it would matter? Well, I think it does, because I know when I see the problems, and I've gotten a lot of feedback on this, people don't like to feel alone. When they know there's problems going on because they can see something change, you want to know it's not just you. And if 10 people come together seeing the same thing, that's a pattern. If 20 people come together and see the same thing, well, that's a more substantial pattern. When you get 50, 100 people coming together seeing a pattern, well, there's going to be something to that. Kind of like the old adage of folklores. How could a dragon be drawn on stone all across the world when, dragons, when they didn't have real connections with each other's civilizations? So dragons like a folklore, but there's got to be something to it. But what that is up in the air. Did dragons really exist? Or or was it not a dragon? Maybe it was another animal that existed at that time that maybe we haven't found the remains of. There's different, So if you replace your 50K CDs with 20K AirPods, well, now you're living in a fantasy world right there. Who can get 20K AirPods? And 20 Milwaukee Fuel power tools. Well, there again, too, where are you going to get 20,000 Milwaukee Fuel power tools cheap enough to make a profit on it if you're not a distributor? That would be kind of hard, probably even for a tool person who specializes in tools to get that many. There would probably be, yeah, I'm not reading this. I don't know if you can. What's going on over here? Live so early. Yeah, trying something new. I'm stopping. Look at this. I clicked that. Dude wrote a book. Oh my God. I don't have time for that. Woo! Oh man. Seek therapy? Oh, maybe this was your therapy. I apologize. Maybe that was your therapy. Oh, I don't have time for that. Alrighty. When I get an order, I go to look and often look too fast in the area it's supposed to be. And if somehow overlook it, I get anxious and need to slow down to actually find it. Yeah, it sucks. eBay punishes sellers so heavily for having items out of stock. Yeah, because I mentioned yesterday's pulling video where, because I've had 2 items in the last 3 days that I couldn't find. So then when I go to look something up, I'm like in this anxious, as Hayfro Sales says, anxious, which is proper term for what I feel. When I'm looking for something going, I know, am I not going to find it? And then I overlook it. And then I have to go back and slow myself down and do it. But I did notice, I don't remember where it was. I made a mental note and I totally forgot where it was. But there was a place where I did a drop down for a refund or something. And I noticed that out of stock was placed with buyer asked, or buyer, like buyer asked to cancel. Buyer cancel / out of stock. And I saw that together on the same option, and I'm like, well, that's one of 2 things. Either now a buyer cancel is going to go against you, or an out of stock is not going to go against you. Because if a buyer cancels, that doesn't go against you. if it's out of stock, that can go against you. Being they were on the same line, I'm like, well, is this going against me? Or is this not going against me? So it's something new I saw and a little bit confusing. Knowing if it was, I mean, I took it that it wouldn't hurt me, because how can a buyer's cancellation hurt you? You know what I mean? So maybe they're going to start making it where it's not so impactful to somebody's account. I don't know. I saw it once. I don't even remember where I saw it, but I was doing a refund or I don't think it was one of the cancels of the last two, but it could have been. I'm not sure. Well, I didn't see it yesterday when I did the refund on that cancel. It may have been on that 2-piece order when I had to cancel the shirt. They bought the shirt and a hat, and I couldn't find the shirt. It may have been on that one. May have been. James, I follow you on eBay and Posh. You're an inspiration. I sell graphics, not much more. Some use clothes as a yard sale. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. eBay gives zero about sellers. It's all about the buyers these days. Totally have control of your account. A lot of people have felt that way for a very long time. So it's not just these days, unfortunately. But yeah, I get it. Somebody watched one of my my first shoe video from 2009. This just scrolled through my feed. Reminds me of looking at myself from 13 years ago. I probably seemed 13 years less jaded and kicked around by the world back then as well. It's funny that I've noticed like people's older videos are popping up in my feed too. Because I'll look through feeds to try to get ideas for a thumbnail or a title. And I'm noticing a lot of 5-year, 6-year-old videos popping up, which I like personally. I mean, I don't watch them, but I like the fact that they're being shown. Comments on the yesterday video. You guys can read that stuff if you want. I didn't think it was negative. That was about the video too, but I understand why you chose to do that. Okay, here we got a politic argument. Let me make sure this ain't spam. I think I recognize one person here at least. I don't think it's spam, so I'll let you guys deal with that. All right, let's get into shipping some of this stuff. So, yeah, I wish this phone told me more than what was going on over here, but I don't need to pay attention to that since it's kind of a behind-the-scenes feel, if you will. And you get to see the live video earlier or in a different point of view. So, still cracking up about that book. All right, we'll start with Poshmark first. Ooh, maybe I'll set this up a little differently next time. I'm going to try different angles with this one. So it might not just be at this angle all the time. Just to change things up, you know. Keep it fresh, if you will. Like my underwear, keeping them fresh. All right, first up on Poshmark, we got the Converse that sold yesterday. That was in the pooling video. These sold for $13. And my Giro Pack stuff should be here today, so I have my bigger mailers. Finally. Waited too long to order them. All right, now. If anybody likes this idea and you have any thoughts on camera angles or anything, let me know. What is going on with my Just Music and Games channel? Because I have gotten a flood of spam. Did that one take off or something? No? 117 subscribers. Didn't take off or anything. But I am getting a lot of spam through there. Kind of been slacking on my other channels this week. Haven't really put anything out. So the day getting in the car kind of threw me off, and I just never rebounded from that. So need to start refocusing on the other channels today also. All right, next up. Oh, I saw something happen over here. Did I miss something? Caught it on my peripheral vision. All right, so these sold last night. What time was it? It was later, 7 p.m. So after I made my pulling video, these sold. So these sold on Poshmark. Some Sorel boots. I don't even remember listing these. Some waterproof snow boots and stuff. Rain boots, whatever. These sold for $48. So, nice little pop on Posh. Pop on Posh. Headed to Michigan. Which makes sense. I mean, if these were headed to, like, Florida, I'd be like, huh? Because they look more snowy than rainy. Let me put these in a box. That's my Posh. Onward to eBay. I found everything today. Yay. You know, I got another little theory. Well, now, I thought this was going to play into it, but it did not. I have noticed when I am cross-listing over to Posh, I go into my eBay and I put PM in the SKU so that I know it's listed over there. So if it sells, I can double check, make sure, because, like, you know, if you cross lists with Vendoo, it links it all, so it ends them. But if you end and sell similar on eBay, it will break that link. So I always check my items to make sure they are taken down. So I put PM in the item, the SKU location area, so that I know which items are cross-posted. But I don't like saying, it's not a big enough pattern yet for me to truly say, but changing that SKU may induce activity to that item. And it could just be coincidences. I don't have enough data yet. Because I've noticed various things when I've cross-posted it, and then short time later, it'll sell on eBay. So I don't have enough data point yet. I thought I had another data point for that with this album, because I did some albums yesterday. And I thought I did that one, but I didn't, because it does not say PM on it. So I'm not 100% or even 50% on that pattern yet. So I'm not even going to call them theories anymore. I'm going to call them patterns, because that's what they are when I see patterns. So that they can either be, that might have been a sale. They can either be something or nothing. But one thing that they are patterns. So somebody's trying to get a Christmas ornament from me. $4 from 7. Let's counter. I'll do $5.99. If you want it. It's a nice Disney Tigger ornament. Nice heavy metal piece. It's worth $6. All right, first up. Oh, wait. Let me do my thing here. So I think some have sold since I pulled. We got 1, 2, and the rest I have pulled. Yay, no missing item this morning. All right, purchase shipping labels. See if I got an international since I had about a 6-hour window. It felt like things were shut down. Being this early, I'm going to probably say no, but they came back with $5.50. Oh, we got an Australia. So that's good. And then here's that note. Hey there, I keep trying to pay for this, but eBay keeps telling me, unfortunately, shipping to your location is not available at this time, which is odd given I have never had such an issue here before. So, repeat customer who's bought from me before, but eBay's been telling them that they can't pay because of item location. So it finally did go through, so that's at least good. But how long has that been? I think if I remember, I'm gonna reach out to them and ask them how many days have they been trying to pay, or how many times. Try to get a little bit more information on that. So we got one international going to Australia. All right, first up we got the exciting racing sounds of the Grand Prix on vinyl. And all right, I lost my place. Where's the sold amount? Did they take? Oh, there it is. $9. Headed to New York. I lost my spot there for a second. So there was a vinyl yesterday and 2 vinyls. A vinyl last night and then 2 vinyls overnight. No clothes were in this mix though, but I did have a toy. So every time I sell a toy, since I don't have many toys up, it always feels like, and it just could be perception. Feels like that there's a more wide range of items selling. And it's probably nothing to it. Probably just, I'm going to state the stuff I think anyways. It may matter, it may not. All right, Fred. eBay scan form at least worked last night. Yay. Next up, Jan Garber. Dance to the Country hits on vinyl. Sold for $5. Headed to Tigerton, Wisconsin. Let's see. Behind the scenes footage. I can do this. Might be something new. If you are over here and you have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. When I'm done with this video, I'll keep this one on. I'll look at the chat online and answer any questions, if there are any. Try something new for like a couple of minutes. All right, Gary. And you can ask live questions on anything I talk about or you see or whatever. National Peaback Services. Cool hat. I went ahead and just took an offer on it. Very cool hat. Sold for $9.50. I think I had it up for like $17. Headed that to Oswego, Illinois. Oswego. And that would be Dale. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Me at the crossroads. 2 CD set, greatest hits, chopped and screwed version. That sold for $40. Headed to Portland, Maine. And I guess I did have more Giro packs. I guess Adrian found them. I guess I didn't look well enough. So if you need any bubble mailers or poly bags, affiliate link is below. Save 10% on some of the cheapest priced packing supplies that I have found since the last time I looked. Which my order is coming in today. So my toy I sold was Rainbow High Dow in a nice gold dress. So pretty. She's so pretty. Sold for $21. And this was a Ben's find. And if I remember correctly, she had marker written on her face like a little girl was drawing on her. I think it was a red marker. So I think Jan got that off. Is this maybe this ain't the Dow that had the marker on it? I don't remember. Anyway, came from the Ben's, I know that. Sold for $21. Headed to Richardson, Texas. Deliver package to mailroom /me. So I guess it's going to a business. And I'm going to put you in a box. A box. Give you a little padding so you enjoy your ride. Wouldn't want you to get hurt. Even though you'll probably smother to death in this poly bag. But your new owners might want you dead. Might be kind of creepy if you're running around alive. We wouldn't want you scaring the little kids now, would we? I mean, it would be funny and entertaining. But I wouldn't want a lawsuit because I sold a live Dow that terrorized children. I hope you understand. 13, 12 by 6 by 6. Michelle. Well, you just can't tell. Well, my Michelle. My Michelle. My. Michelle. Minnesota Vikings hat. Sold for $6. Headed to Hawaii. Ooh, you're going to have a nice life. You'll get to chill out on somebody's head while they're on the beach. You might have some, like, exotic bird poop on you. And by exotic, I just mean a bird not here in Missouri. You might fall into a volcano. What? What'd you say? Volcano? Let me out of here. Let me out. Oh, you're going to Hawaii. I don't want to fall in a volcano. All right, Kirk. Beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Headed to Oregon, sold for $10.50. Let me out of here! It's not fair! I should get to say where I want to go! William. William. Pew. Next up, we got Smokebox self-title CD. Pew. Headed to Bend, Oregon. Pew. Sold for $4.15. This is the one who had the customer trying to check out but could not. I guess I'll put these back so I can save them as my backup box. My backup box. My backup box. Something got loose in there. Oh my god. Probably not going to be cheaper for ground. Nope. Bryce. Bryce it is. Bryce. Next up, we've got Batman 4-film feature DVD. Headed to New Hampshire. Sold for $4.20. Nothing major. You know how you don't brush your teeth because you want the food that you ate to be there so that you don't starve, so that a piece will fall out here and there and keep you fed over time? Well, that just happened. I'm joking. But a piece of food just fall out, and I'm like, where'd that come from? I brushed my teeth. Where were you hiding at? And for some reason, it's like getting stuck or something. There it is. Got you. Whatever you are. All right. New Hampshire is 2 cents cheaper for 1 ground. Oh my. I do not know. Is that your real name? Quang Dang? If that's your real name, that's pretty kick-ass. Oh, that's pretty kick-ass if that's your fake name. Quang Dang. I'm going to change my name to Quang Dang. What do they call you? Quang Dang. We've got WOGL Oldies 98, the anniversary album from the 60s. 10th anniversary edition. Headed to Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Sold for $5. Russ. And the last U.S. order, Telecast, Quiet Revolution, CD sealed, headed to West Virginia, sold for $4.20. So nothing major there. Just the little stuff I survive on. It makes me know that I can at least get a 99-cent nugget piece somewhere when one sells. West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home, country road. Review purchase. Got it made, got it made, got it made. I'm half a teacher. Got it made. I tried setting the live camera up right there. Didn't really work too well. I'm like, hey, I'll play with it though. I'll keep it fresh by changing up the location every here and there. Keep it fresh. Fresh. They're so fresh. Another new record today, since I'm so early. Quang dang. That could be a new curse word. Quang dang. Maybe. Maybe not. Anna. Didn't know nobody named Anna. Russ. Went to school with a Russ. Friends with him on Facebook. He's like a massage therapist and he lifts weights. Quang dang. Definitely didn't know no Quang dang. Maybe if I was gay and lived in China, I would have. No, nobody's gonna laugh. That's a joke, boy. Don't you get it, Bryce? Oh, I know, Bryce. There was this dude I worked with when I was a manager. His name was Bryce. We worked retail, in a retail setting, music store. The dude would come to work stankin'. I had to send him home various times. And he would get a ride from his mom. So I'm like, dude, you got to go. Because we got employees complaining about your stank. We got customers complaining about your stank. You got to go. Go take a shower. Come back. Of course, he never came back. Till his next shift. And then he would be showered and smelling fine. But then, like, once every couple of weeks, he'd come in just reeking. Like, dude, you can't do that. You just cannot do that. Especially me, I got a sensitive nose, so it really bothered me. We're in retail. You can't do that. You're around too many people. You're causing a ruckus. You're causing a stink. Oh, Michelle. I've known a lot of Michelles. Kyle. Yeah, I gave a Kyle story the other day. Dale. No Dales. Gary. Jan's brother. It's Gary. And Fred. Second cousin, Freddie and Fred. He was always like the entertainment clown at family reunions. So it's weird seeing him old now. He's older than me. He's like a second cousin or something. So. Alright, and then I got one international, right? One pirate ship. I got another rogue hair somewhere. And pay attention to work. It's too early to pay attention. All right. We've got City Nights. Sealed cassette tape. Headed to Australia. Sold for $10.50. $10.50. It's gonna be a 3. I already know that anyway. So. Cassette, $10.49. 3. This is headed to a studio. Wonder if they're going to convert it to like MP3 or something. Since I don't even think, I think that was only on vinyl and cassette. It's never released on CD or anything. So it might be one of those conversion studios too. Just a theory thought, since it was never released on CD. All right. End of day. So we had 5 total international since yesterday's morning's shipping video. Those 4. I have to print a scan form just for one item. Wasted paper. Print a shipping form. Generation Clash. Generation Clash. Print. My name is Print. And I am funky. Alright. Do I want to accept his $5.50? Why not? It's Christmas ornament. He went from $4 to $5.50. I'll give him that. Or her. Or whoever it is. Boom, boom, you got the sale. You got the right stuff, baby. So it was at $52. So right now we're at 7:30 a.m. I'm at $69. That's pretty good for 7:30 for the way things have been. So no complaints there. Down 14.8%. So that number's come down. So that's good to see. So like I said, between now and Monday, I'm curious to see if I can get that 14 down closer to 5, and then if things shut off again. Because 5 has been the lowest, the closest I've been getting to break even. And then it shoots me back up to, what, 17 a couple days ago or yesterday or whatever. So I'll be curious to see how that will react if I can get it into the green. So I'm going to buckle down, get some stuff listed this weekend. Hopefully some quick flipper stuff, and see if I can get that number shrunken. Shrunken, I say, shrunken. All right. I think that's it. We're at almost 1 hour, so perfect video today. So thank you guys. Thanks for all the love, support. Also, if you want to do Vendoo, the link also is below. 25% off your first month if you want to cross-list. Pretty much have to these days on eBay. So thanks for all the support on the Vendoo, because I've gotten a lot of affiliates, so thank you. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.